I would actually swap the word alone with solitude. Very often, the word alone very easily lead to the next word lonely. Like solo travel gives you a lot of time being in solitude. And what does that mean to you when you're in solitude or in your solo travel mode?
Yeah, I think the loneliest position actually is feeling lonely when you're in a relationship or when you're in a group setting. That's the loneliest position of all. I've never felt lonely when I've been on my own. Sometimes you might feel a little bit isolated, or you might feel there might be other feelings that come through, but I've never felt lonely being alone. I think it's hugely important to yourself as a person to know to be comfortable with your own thoughts and feelings and knowing how you like to spend your time. What are your natural rhythms? What do you gravitate to? What are you curious about? Because of that, that'll help you shape a life that is very uniquely yours, that you feel comfortable in, that you feel comfortable in your own skin. I was pretty much single up until the age of 38 when I met Chris. I think I'd had one year-long relationship, but most of the time I was on my own. And I went through different periods of being okay with that and not being okay with that. You do question and say, is something wrong with me? Because that's usually what you answer. But when I met Chris, I was a really independent person, and Chris was the same. He was a very independent person. And we found out that we loved spending time together. He makes going to the grocery store more fun. We just really enjoy each other's company. But I can also be off doing my own thing, and he can be off doing his own thing. I think the reason that we got on so well together is because we're both very sure of who we were when we picked each other. And I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful for that, because I think that my life could have ended up very differently if I had chosen somebody differently early on, simply because I think I needed a lot of sorting out. So I needed to find out who I was and what I wanted and what I wanted to do. I think it's harder to meet people if you're in a group. You can meet people as a group, you can meet people as a couple, but if you're on your own, you meet people. You can take a turn down a street that you want to go look at. You can go spend time at a museum or a gallery and just be there and be in the moment and be present. And I think it's really important for women, especially, to have that sense of self and to have that sense of, I'm capable, I have a lot of value, and I'm okay with who I am as I am. And I think it helps you construct, yeah, the life that you want to lead.